Hi guys, Chris here. We're playing some more Black Ops, but we're playing Domination. It's a little bit different, this particular one. This is a map I found in my save directory. It's about 12 months old. So I'm going to do a couple of things during this video. The first one I'd like to point out is I'm using fraps for this this particular video. This will be the first time I've been using fraps to try and get a full HD render. Prior to all of that, mine was always a pseudo HD. Basically, I used WeGame, which recorded at half resolution, and then I ran it through Windows Movie Maker using a HD codec, which sort of up-resed it, if you will. So it wasn't really truly HD, but it seemed to fit the bill. But I've managed to get hold of fraps, and I'm going to try that one out. So the original file was recorded at 1440 by 900, and then I'll be running it through Windows Movie Maker, and that'll be running at 1280 by 720. So hopefully giving a nice clear picture, and hopefully improve the audio lag issues that I've been having while using WeGame, and also the sync issues I've been having. The other thing I'd like to say is hopefully you might be able to use it as a bit of a comparison. As I say, this is an old game. It's nearly 12 months old now. I don't actually remember playing it, to be honest, but I'm hoping you might be able to compare my style now as I play now, basically just for the objective. So hopefully you might be able to do a little comparison as well. There's something else to do while you're listening to me drone on. But the main topic, as this is an old video, I'd like to talk about something new in my life while watching an old video. So I'd like to update you on my baby boy and the things that he's been up to. He's now 4 months and 3 weeks old, and he's starting to sit up under his own power now. We do tummy time about 3 times a day, and he's getting stronger. He's learning to basically do a push-up. Hasn't quite figured out how to drive his knees yet for the crawl. The other things that we've started doing now, we're starting the weaning process, which initially I thought would be quite difficult, but he's taken to it really well. Wife and I have been discussing that, and we think some of that is due to the fact that unfortunately he had a lot of problems. Well, he had a few problems, suffering quite a bit of pain. He was having some urinary problems when he was first born, so we did need paracetamol fairly regularly, and I think that's probably helped in his weaning process, because he's aware of things coming off a spoon into his mouth and that they don't hurt him, and if mummy and daddy are giving him, you know, there is that trust there. So I think that's helped the weaning process. So far, obviously I did the first video when he had something to eat, and that was the good old porridge. Oh no, it wasn't actually, I think it was banana. It was something banana, I think. Anyway, we got the video of it, as proud parents do, and that's nicely recorded in HD for to be shown when he's 18, I think, probably. I think we'll probably show that when he's 18, along with the other pictures, you know the ones, you all know the ones that got dragged out when you were little. So we've got that. He enjoys porridge, just plain old porridge, and he also likes the strawberry porridge. We tried him out with that one, and he likes that. And we've also tried him out on some savoury items as well. I'm hoping he likes broccoli. That's one of my favourite vegetables, but we haven't tried him on that yet. But he really does like carrot, and he likes potato. So that's quite a good mix for quite early on, so we're quite pleased with that. And he's developing really well. He's 16 pounds and I think it's about 8 ounces now, and he's a good length. I think he's about 68 centimetres as we're talking. So he's a tall boy. And the other major thing that's changed, basically, there's several ways you can go about setting up baby bedrooms and things like that. Anyway, we got him some new furniture, as you do, for his bedroom. Got him a wardrobe and changing table, all made out of real wood and things. And we actually decided to go down the Moses basket route, and we got him a full cot bed. But what we did is we looked back at our basically how we were brought up, the things that we had. And there wasn't many things that you had that you could still use that your parents had bought you when you were a baby. And we saw this really cool real wood cot that you could adjust later on to make it into a bed, and then finally you could adjust it, its final adjustment, and you could make it into like a two-tier settee. And we thought that'd be quite cool because, like I said, there's not many things that you have that you had as a baby that you could still use when you were a little bit older, and it was something that Mummy and Daddy had bought and he could still use when he was maybe 16 and his mates were around and they were playing on the Xbox 1080 or whatever it'll be called, and he'll still have something that we bought him that hadn't been, you know, sold on eBay or swapped or given away or broken, lost, damaged, you name it. So the point of the story was, it's basically we had a Moses basket. Well, he's too big for it, and we came to the quite painful decision, funnily enough, of when to move him and kind of when to let go. I know Mummy had some reservations, and I'll be honest with you, so did I. I wasn't ready to let him go. You know, he'd been with us for, well, 4 months, 1 week at the time. He's been in his cot now for 2 weeks. We broke him in slowly, basically. Afternoon naps were taken in his new bed and things like that, and then we've progressed on to obviously spending the night there. And I found it quite difficult to let go myself. He's been in our bedroom in his Moses basket for, you know, 4 months. He's always been there, and his little sounds are always there, and they're comforting. So it was quite, I wouldn't say distressing, but a little bit upsetting, you know, that he wasn't there anymore. I know that I think Mummy wanted to probably move him in a couple of days before, but I wasn't ready. So we left it about 2 or 3 days, and then obviously we progressed on to that. And he's doing really well. He really likes it. So we're quite pleased with that, really. And that's about some of the major things that have gone on. Oh no, but sorry, I forgot. Yeah, we're going to mention swimming. Absolutely adores swimming. We take him at least once a week, try and get there twice a week, but at least once a week. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I'm still working, I can't always get there every week. I was there on his first time, and he kind of liked it, but he wasn't too keen, shall we say. But he's been about 2 or 3 times since that, and then I was able to go with him. And he had a wonderful time, an absolute wonderful time. We bought him one of those rubber ring boat things that they sit in, and he really doesn't want to play in there. And, just a little point, I was shooting at that wall, and there's a guy, you'll see it on the radar when you watch back, there's a guy, and it looks like the red dot is on the other side of the wall, and I could never figure it out. I've watched this video back a couple of times, and I still haven't figured it out, because there's just nobody there. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So we got him one of these rubber ring things, and he doesn't want it. He just does not want to know at all. He prefers to be free swimming. He bobs around with, you know, he kicks his legs and he looks like he's swimming, and all you're basically doing is supporting his abdomen just to keep him above water. So we're really pleased with that. Really pleased. We're both keen divers, and we obviously hope that he'll be interested in diving. My wife was a quite quick, keen swimmer in her youth, so she's really made up that he's taken to swimming so quickly. He really loves the water, and we're hoping he's going to develop quite quickly swimming, because he's obviously not reading the rubber ring. So that's quite cool. We're really pleased with that. Anyway, game's coming to a bit of a close. Hoping to do some more videos where I'm updating on his progress. Hope you find them interesting. So I'm just going to move back just for the last bit, back to this video. So I hope you'll maybe see some changes or some development in my game style. As I say, this is about 12 months old. After watching this video, I realised how much the AK-47's, you know, a good weapon. I'm probably going to set up another class with it again. I did have one, but I stopped using it. It was on my sort of sprinty class, but I wasn't really getting used to it. But I obviously enjoyed it in this video, so I think I might stick with it as an alternative, because I've been using the FAMAS and the Commando quite a lot recently. So as you can see, we've got quite a healthy lead. It's only about 9 points left for the win. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you can reflect back a little bit if you've watched my other videos and see if I've developed anyway. Oh, as I get a nice knife in the back. I wasn't keen on that one. I didn't notice we got dominated at the end either. Anyway, so I nip in and cap C, and that'll take us to the victory really. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope the HD and the commentary come out and improve your enjoyment of my videos. I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I just need to sort out how I compile them basically. And just save some time. I think I can knock out one step, because at the moment it's taking about 40 minutes, and I think I can reduce that somewhat. Anyway, you can see we won 200 to 180. I got quite a good score. 4 captures, 8 defence, and a pretty good KD. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you soon.